everyone, welcome to yet another session with me. This is Sanyukta Saxena, and today's session will be furthering our journey with ghost tangles. Yes, so we have already explored how can you very easily use your charcoal pencil to create this kind of an effect. Today we'll explore a different medium. So I have two things with me today. Either you can use a gray jelly roll, or you can also use a gray Micron pen. Yes, I have a jelly roll 10 which is quite thick. So I will see if I want to use it because I don't have an O8, but I do have a fine Micron gray. Yes, so we can also use a gray Micron pen to create that kind of an effect, and we shall see if it looks the similar, same, almost same, or it is quite different. We shall explore during all these sessions. Yes, so I'm going to be learning along with you. So I'm now going to be working on a Zendala tile. It is a round tile, a white tile, and let's get started with today's session right away. With a sense of gratitude and appreciation, always start your practice. Sit in a comfortable position with adequate lighting. Relax yourself, your hands, stretch yourself, stretch your fingers. Yes, the objective is to relax yourself, release the stress. So my border is in place. You may or may not work with the border. Now I'm going to work with my black Micron and start right away. So I'm going to be starting with a tangle called Gorgeous. Yes, one of my favorites, my go-to tangles. Start with a nice S shape and then start to add some thick and thin auras. The thinner aura goes right till the end. The thicker auras ends somewhere at the neck of the Gorgeous. A beautiful tangle to draw. Yes, so I'm going to add a few of these Gorgeous. So this one is lying lazily, a thick aura, a thin aura that travels till the end, a thick aura, a thin aura that travels to the end. The thicker aura ends somewhere at the neck. Depends on how thick you want the neck to be. You can accordingly manipulate the auras. Yes, so that's one more kind of bulky. And let's add one more, something like this. And then a thicker aura that ends somewhere near the neck. The thinner goes right up. The thicker one ends somewhere in between. The thinner goes right. So take your time, enjoy, slowly draw the tangle the way you wish to. There is no standard way to draw any tangle. Make it your own. Yes. So the next step after you have drawn these Gorgeous is to ink these thicker sections. Yes, so you can either do that exercise with your oven itself. It gives a little more control if you are not very comfortable using a boulder nib, or else you can use a graphic one. Yes, I generally use my oven if the spaces are smaller, if the spaces are a little difficult, and use a graphic one or an O8 if you have lots to ink. Yes, and I like the Gorgeous inked because I love the drama that inking adds to this beautiful tangle. You would generally see me inking my Gorgeous rather than adding some other tangle inside. Well, these thick sections can be used to add some other tangles also. Yes, but I love the drama that this inking adds to this tangle. So that's one. I'm going to go ahead and do the same exercise for all of these. Probably we can switch to a graphic one also, so it will be faster, but I'm little scared of going till the ends because the nib is pretty thick. So we can do that finishing work with our O1. Yeah. So you do it at your own pace. I will get back in a jiffy. So I'm inking the last one here, and I think we have space for one more. Maybe we can draw one more gorgeous kind of lying lazily along with its friends. Let's see if we want to do that. So we have one, we can I think accommodate one more. So this one maybe is lying like this. Yes, so I'm going to add an additional aura so that I fill up maximum spaces, and then we can add a thin aura which goes right till the end, and then a thick aura, and then a thin aura. Following the same process, you can make the shape the way you want. You can see how I am kind of building the shape as I draw the auras, and it looks its best when the shape is like that of an onion or a pumpkin, from which the name is also derived, gourd. Yes, so that's one more, and I quickly ink this one also before we move on to our next tangles. Yeah, so I am done with inking my gorgeous. Yes, you can in fact add nice fescue shapes at the ends also, and these in between spaces you can either add tipple, you can add caviars, whatever you feel like. Please go ahead. So caviars is a good idea, so I'm going to add some nice caviars here. Take your time. Something like this. Yes, we filled up the in-between spaces. You can add some more tipple here like this. Now let us move on to our second tangle, which I'm going to add a tangle called YNIX. Yes, again it is a botanical tangle which starts with these rice shapes which diminish in size as you go higher up, and then finally one in the center and you close it. Yes, it's a beautiful tangle inspired from nature, again adding an aura here. That's how the original tangle goes, but it's your choice. How do you want to go about drawing it? Adding some bit of inking there, another rice shape inside to add a little drama, although it's already there on our tile because of our gorgeous, but never mind, we can always go ahead and do small little things. So I'm going to add a few more of these beautiful YNIX. You can draw them big, you can keep them small, whichever way you like it. Add a little extra ink at these places, then go around add an additional aura, enclose it like this. Yes, let's add a few more, whichever way you like it. You want, you can also maneuver a shape or the way it grows, the direction. Yes, so kind of so you can draw as many as you wish. Let's draw one more here, a small one. Draw these nice and beautiful rice shapes and then add an aura. And if you want, you can add these beautiful small petals inside to give it a lift. Very tiny spaces in between, you can ink it. Yes, also add and thatching. That's entirely your choice. What do you want to do? Since they are big and we have quite a lot of inking already, so I'm just keeping it simple, not inking more. Yes, and the same thing I'm going to do here also. Take your time. A little extra ink here and there. Yes. So let's now move on to our next tangle. So if you want, you can add one here also. So I'm done drawing my YNIX, and you can always add some small little HOLLIS moving around here and there in between, wherever you feel like. Yes. These things are as per your choice. If you want, you can add. If you feel like, otherwise you can just do away with it. It's fine. So I think we have filled in the in between empty spaces quite a bit through our HOLLIS. I'm now going to switch to my Micron gray and add the tangle SANDSWIRL. Yes, and let's start from here. So this gray Micron will look like pencil. Yes. So I have started to draw the tangle SANDSWIRL. You can heap as many auras as you wish. Keep changing the direction of the fescue that you start with, or the muka, whatever you want to call it, and keep heaping auras. Try to keep the number of auras somewhat symmetrical. Yes. So again, I'm drawing behind here. Filling up the space, not really leaving any space in between. So my SANDSWIRL is my ghost tangle here. Yes, so I'm going to fill up my rest of the space with this ghost tangle. like this. Yes, so let's first fill up the empty space that we have. You can choose any other tangle that you feel like, entirely your choice. I just felt like drawing this tangle right now, so I'm going with that tangle, but it's your personal choice, whatever you feel like. This is Micron 01 gray, and you can see it is almost like drawing with the pencil. I'm going to be using my pencil also, but I think we will do that in the last, because the pencil kind of smudges. Yes, it smudges, so that neatness, eventually if you don't preserve your tile in the right way or fix it, the pencil will blur and smudge and spoil your tile. So we can give this effect with pencil very much. In fact, ghost tangling is all about tangling in pencil, and we will do that exercise also. But as I mentioned, let us explore all kind of tools. So this looks like pen, and it will not blur or smudge, and it will stay the way it is, and that's the nice thing about using the gray Micron. So as you can see, I am going inside, trying to fill up all the white spaces in between my tangles also with the same background or ghost tangle. So take your time, slowly go ahead, do that exercise. Yes, so this may take a little bit of time. Draw at your own pace, and I will get back to you. Almost finishing drawing my sand swirl on the last section. So here again, since we have tangled, so it has to be drawing behind. So I'm filling up the space, adding auras. Like this. Yes, I think we have filled up all the in-between spaces. So let us now shade, and we shall see if we want to add something more, we can do that. As far as shading is concerned, shading your gorgeous from below on the white sections, there is no point adding on the black. You can shade here, you can shade here, you can shade here. So slowly take your time, add graphite on the white. Yes, blend it. Like this. You can also add some here. Yes, looks subtle, beautiful. Shade here, shading the overlaps, but making sure I leave a highlight in between. Yes. Moving on next to our YNIX. So there are a couple of ways in which you can go about. I'm just adding in the center. So it travels to both sides, but you can always shade it differently. Instead of centers, you can, add on one side of these rice shapes. So that's also possible. I like it this way. Yes, small one here. Now if you want to highlight your HOLLIS a little more, you can always add some henna drums, or you can add some weight. Henna drums will also look nice. A small moon there, one aura, and some petal shapes, and the background seen through looks beautiful. The ghost tangle, something like this. Again, these things are your choice. If you don't like the HOLLIS the way it is, then you can probably, the most common way to enhance the look of your HOLLIS, the henna drums go very well with it. Yes, like this. So I'm done with adding my henna drums. Yes, looks beautiful. Now time to add highlights to your gorgeous. Use your chalk pencil and add highlights to your gorgeous. Places where you have not added graphite. Something like this. Yes. So use a different blending stub and blend the chalk. So it doesn't look patchy. And I don't think we need to do anything else. Now about the ghost tangles, you can leave it as such. I would not like to shade it, but of course you can, if you wish, add some darkness to the edges if you want. The beauty of ghost tangles is when they remain as such. Yes. So I'm going to leave it the way it is, not do anything else to this style of mine. I like it the way it is. Well, some cushioning to your gorgeous if you feel like. Now if you want to highlight your gorgeous a little more, the jelly roll comes to your rescue. So some of them you can always use beautiful receding dots. I generally do that wherever I find too much of black. Yeah, although I like it, but this adds to the look. Yeah, not all, probably one or two of them. So let's do this for one more gorgeous receding dots. like this. Yeah, that's about it. So let's close our tile here. Put in your chop somewhere. I'm going to write my name. Sign and date your tile. Put in a comment if you wish to. I shall see you again with some more sessions on Ghost Tangles. Yes, have a good time. Bye bye.